Last video I showed you guys how we screeded and laid the main pavers, and this one I'm going to show you how we mark and cut and install the border pavers for an installation like this. So you're going to see us laying the border pavers out on top of the main pavers. We're going to get them exactly where we want the curve to be, and then I'm going to use a red pencil to mark the interior line. And then once we move all those pavers, I'll be able to score the line with my saw, meaning I'm just going to put the saw about a 1/4 inch into that line and trace it. And what that does is it gives me a reference line so that when I go back and I cut the pavers all the way through, I keep my blade away from that score line so that when the cut's done, all you see is that really fresh, continuous line cut. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't do when it comes to a curved paver application that sets you apart. A lot of people cut them individually, which you'll never get a really nice consistent curve look from it. So cutting them all in place with just a nice little score line is key to a nice clean finish with a paver application. And then the most important thing in my opinion is when you go to set in a border like this is that you set them higher than the main pavers and you hammer them down into place. That's going to help prevent any sinking or shifting in the future, because the number one most common point of failure in any paver application is the edges sinking or shifting. And as you've seen, after we hammered all those border pavers into place, we put a small trench along the whole edge of the paver application, and then we fill it with concrete and trowel it off. That locks the whole surface together on the edges and prevents the border from shifting as well or sinking. And then in this application, we're surrounding it with 3/4 inch stone to, one, lock everything in place, but also allow for drainage. It's also a decorative look, and it keeps mud off your feet so that when you go to throw off of the T-pad, you don't have any kind of slippery surface. So it serves a lot of purposes, and it's one of the best things you can do around pavers is putting like a crushed decorative stone or a round decorative stone. And for that same reason, you don't want mud on your feet because you can slip. That's why we're pouring this concrete pad in the front with a brush stroke finish. That's going to help prevent your foot from slipping when you go to throw the disc. So all those preventative measures make a big difference in the end. And not only for function, but when you do a nice curve cut and you install a good looking contrasting border like this and backfill it with decorative stone, everything just looks really, really good. And the before and after ends up being something that, nobody could have pictured.